Hey, 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 y'all back in the house. I love it, I love it, I love it. We going ham. Going ham, we just get to it. Get to it. It's get deep, ain't it? Y'all like this stuff. I know you like hearing this stuff. I like going over this one because, I forgot about all the knowledge that I got on this one. Ooh, I studied a lot of this stuff. I used to really get into it. It's interesting, very interesting. So anyway, we're going to get back into it. But I had to got to get some recognition to my boy. Listen, I grew up Fred Sanford. How about you like 5 of these cross your lips? That's what my shirt say. I love me some Fred and some Esther. Fred Sanford. Oh, I can't even begin to tell you. Love him so much, okay? Rest in peace. My daddy, years ago, him rest in peace too. Yeah, once upon a time when he was all in the music business, he used to hang out at the Apollo a lot, the name Eckstein and Billy Eckstein and all that. So, he was around all them. He knew all the jazz greats. He chilled with them. My mother got to meet all them people and all that stuff. So there was one show Red Fox did, live stand-up. I forget. We were little kids. My dad dragged us to this show. He used to play them records around the house. My mother used to always have a fit. Stop playing that in front of the kids, Bobby. So he played that album. He played Richard Pryor all the time. We listened to that stuff when we was little. So he opened concert for him. He hosted it or something. We went to the show. I remember I'm the baby of the family, so I'm all little in the front seat. Red Fox live. His mouth was foul, foul, foul. And y'all know if you know Richard Pryor, his mouth foul too. But Red Fox used to be foul. But listen, Red Fox was so funny. I could go on and on about him because, listen, I love me some of that show, Sanford and Son. So, yeah, but them shows, with the times we're being in and talking about all this stuff going on, one thing about us, the Generation X, y'all call us, we dealt with a time like this during that age. The way we dealt with racism and all that stuff was them Norman Lear TV shows, which was Sanford and Son, All in the Family, The Jeffersons, and Good Times, honey. We dealt with this stuff, and then we were able to say stuff. The N-word, they said that in the show. They even said All in the Family was, Archie Bunker. Jefferson dude, George Jefferson called him the CRA word, like, what you gonna eat? I mean, funny stuff, but we all got along. We ain't deal with all this mess y'all got going on today. So if you could go on them free sites like Tubi or whatever them channels are that show all them old stuff, you need to get down with that and just ease up on the racism, because listen, we didn't go through all that. So anyway, let me get going on it. Okay, so back on this Moors and the Mason stuff. So Freemasonry ties into the English rule in England, the line of kings and queens and monarchy. We talked about that in past videos with the black nobility. It all came out of Moorish nobility. And like I said, it's stolen identity type of stuff. There's a great series of movies. They're expensive if you have to buy them on DVD. I've been looking for them again. I have some of their videos, but I couldn't put them up here. But anyway, for some reason, they ain't letting them be up there, and streaming sites won't buy them. It's kind of like that dude that was talking about Hidden Hebrews or whatever. They ain't letting them put that back up after that Kanye stuff. Amazon took it down. But Hidden Colors is cool. Hidden Colors is 5 series and bunch of profound speakers and black, up there people. Like, who's that guy? I forget his name. He be always talking about black this, black that. He's so blackified, it's crazy. He's just all about black. Y'all know who I'm talking about. What is his name? He be talking about, we messing with the white girls. But anyway, he's in there, and so is Tariq Rashid. There's a bunch of people in there really good. Shahrazad Ali is in there. It's deep. It gets deep. So if you get a chance to see them, if you order them, I was going to buy them on Amazon, but they cost too much. So anyway, in those series, they break everything down, especially about the Moors. So when it first spread in the United States, it was the founding black fathers. Y'all think of the black, you think of the founding fathers in the Constitution was American white people. Guess what? Not. It was some black men that looked just like Abraham Lincoln. It was a group of them. You can look it up online. The pictures are all up in there. And that clock in London, Big Ben, the clockmaker was a black man. I mean, I ain't gonna get into the black history of inventions. Y'all already know. So the black Moors, like they call them, is where the Italian clothing lines in Italy came from in Milan fashion. It comes from that, the Maury Gator shoes. You always hear the dudes be talking about when they black guys get all dressed up, fly. I got to wear my gators, got to get them gator shoes. That came from the Moors. They were the ones highly educated in universities, and they were the ones that started up the university. There's a book called Timbuktu or something like that. Something from this to Babylon to Timbuktu. I forget how you say it, but anyway, that was their book. Brought the European Caucasians out of dark ages, illiteracy. They taught them music, hygiene, construction, buildings, etc. Today, the Moors in the U.S. have fallen in line with the Masonry and the Boule. The truth is, they were men who were religious and became all about them sciences with the knowledges. Not sure what happened, but they shared the knowledge or were forced due to post-slavery, pressures and going into hiding, like I said. Some say they took part in assisting the Arabs with slavery, so I don't know. They supposedly have, this is allegedly for education purposes only, okay? So anyway, back to the story. They took part in that, supposedly, and had agreements within the United States, and they got property here, and that's why you be hearing about their rights when they get pulled over when they driving, and they like, oh no, I have sovereignty, whatever. But lately, that sovereignty ain't working. They pulling our rights left and right, so I don't know. So anyway, that may be that they stood up once upon they getting shunned and arrested, even though they supposed to be exempt. I personally think they got played out of the knowledge, but I don't know what happened. So it ties into us because this was used to help create this prison planet. We're talking about the prison planet. Beneath the surface, invisible slavery is, in appearance, is hiding the truth, and that this place, the United States territories were seized and stolen land and turned into U.S. corporation. The appeal in a false, deceptive, picturesque place that is free, opportunities, bountiful place, country. It's the richest, best place to be, but in actuality, it's all about there's some undercover stuff going on there. That's all I'm going to put there. So the Moors may have been tricked or are today sellouts, a lot of them, that help from this mess. I know once today, elders and new recruits, they're selling out. They're students coming out in Greek fraternities, sororities, and all that stuff. They're recruiting fresh people into colleges and promised success. And even the athletes, Shaquille O'Neal wearing that big old ring, and 33rd degree, the Diddy stuff and tying into all that mess. They said Diddy part of that boule, so I don't know. I mean, somebody said it, one of them videos, that he definitely was part of that, so I don't know. As a citizen and lover of God, these are powers that be that block you and I from going ahead in areas like in the church and getting moving up in certain ranks and stuff. They what you call the black gatekeepers, okay? But that's not all the Moors, okay? I'm talking about Boule and the ones that get into the black masonry. Boule ain't nothing but black masonry, okay? There's more to it than that. So a lot of that come out of it's tied into New Orleans, what is that called? When the French Creole, a lot of the Creole are part of it. Something have to do with the Boule foundings and stuff like that. So anyway, learned materials are screened in the churches. Like I said, the 501c3 clause and political arena, they run this. There's free, the Masons in them. They run it anywhere in the top jobs, businesses, and colleges. This is what shapes us and makes us into accepting their views. Mind programming control. To be the all it or not at all. Why they claim to be enlightened and you're not, lest you join up. Tricks and stuff. Today, this is the fifth Aquarian age, though. They ain't going to get away with this much longer. It's going to cause it to be exposed and fall. We, the people, are awakened and opening up the third eye on our own. When we see what's going on, it's going to cause refusal, exposure, non-compliance, and chaos. So the hierarchy will fall down like London Bridge is falling down. Okay, so we did it. I got through it. So anyway, because I got a few minutes, some nursery rhymes that are evil. Look out. I'll be singing to your kids. No London Bridges, Jack and Jill, 10 Little Indians. That represent the N-word. Humpty Dumpty. All that's talking about falling down, and Jack and Jill fell off the krill, and Humpty Dumpty fell too. Don't mess with that. But the 10 Little Indians, that goes back to them just being mean about the black Indians. So, yeah, see Hidden Colors. They're good films. Get them. We talked about that. We got everything in. All right. I love you. Next time, I'm going to get y'all with the shout-outs because I got more building up. I love you. Stay tuned.